Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Here we are going to look at problem 38, cont and C. This is a daily challenge problem. Here our plan will be the following. Let me make some annotation here. So the plan is to do two formats of solutions. The first one will be recursion, and then the second one will be iterative one. So for this problem, recursion actually would be rather straightforward. Well, iterative format and might need to do some details, but overall the two actually are the same. So basically, we have this cont and C sequence, right? So here next you are going to consider how many consecutive pieces of identical letters. For example, here you will get 1 1. So similarly, the run length encoding is like this. So for example, here you have 2 3s, so you will write 2 3, and you have 3 4, 3 2s, you have 3 2, you have 1 5, right, and you have 1 1. So this will be the run length encoding of this integer. So given a positive integer m, so we want to return the nth element of the cont and C sequence. So if you learn the recursion in the early stage, so you might do some encoding like Fibonacci sequence. So this is the same, but in a string format. So here the constraints is that n is bounded above by 30. In other words, the size of the problem is rather small. So here first let's do the recursion one, right? So first the base case, if n equals 1, so we're going to return 1, right? And then we can get the result for C self, cont, and C n minus 1. So this is towards the base case, right? So originally you have n, now you have n minus 1, right? If you think of it as a cascading calling, so you're going to n minus 1 and n minus 2, then up to n, right? So now we want to get from this one, we want to get the next, so right? So basically, we can get the consecutive pieces and the corresponding frequency, right? So we can do temp 0, and the frequency is 1. So now we do a for loop. So for I in range, so we can start from 1 and then ending at the length of this 1. So here we write ending at the length. It means that we stop before this number, right? So now we check if the current letter is the same as the top letter in this result array. So we are going to increment the count by 1, right? Otherwise, we need to do append. We need to append a new one. So that is temp I, the current letter, and its frequency is 1, right? So once you have this, then you can you can return the join of the run length encoding, right? It will be something like this: string of the frequency plus the character for character frequency in the result. This is one version of solution. Let me first do a test. Yeah, it passes the 2 test cases. Now let's look at the generic case. Yeah, it passes all the cases. So now let's have a look at iterative format. So here actually, because here we're using using recursion, you can see func tools. You can use some cache. So this is also another choice. So it still will work. So now let's look at another version. So here, let me copy this one. Copy this class and function signature. So and then change this one to be version v1. So now let me also delete this one. So what we are going to do is to do the transition according to the description here. So so you write a hyperfunction. From this you can get the consecutive pieces and their character and their frequencies, like 2 appears twice, and 3 appears twice, 1 appears twice, the 4 appears 5 times, and 1 appears twice. And then you convert it to a run length encoding, right? So first, I'm going to write a hyperfunction to do this. I to array, right? So we have an I string, right? And then we want to find the unique consecutive letters and their frequencies, right? So this is actually rather straightforward. So it's like what we do here, right? So length of I string, and then we have a result. So the first one will be I string at 0, and the frequency is 1, right? So we make it a element in the list. So now we do the for loop. So for I in range, so 1 to n, right? Before n we end, right? So if I string at the current character equals result, the top element, that is -1, and then the character comparison. If they are the same, so we are going to increment, so last one, -1. You can write a 1 here because it's just 2 elements. So increment by 1. Otherwise, so you are going to append this element, I string at I, and the corresponding frequency is 1, right? And then you are going to return the result. So here, let me do this. Let me call this with respect to this guy, right? So print I to array, so this guy. Let's see what we get. So we should get, 2 appears twice, 3 appears twice, 1 appears once, 4 appears 5 times, and 1 appears twice. That's right, right? So let me comment this out. And then what I'm going to do is to define another one. It's array to I string, right? We have an array which is like this, right? And then how do we get the array? This will be very simple, right? So result will be empty. So for character and frequency in array. So the result shall append another string. The string is the string of the frequency plus the character. So here plus is actually concatenation because the object we are doing this addition operation, or more precisely concatenation, right? Are string objects, because in Python is this is the holomorphism, right? Multimorphism, right? So basically, this meaning that this same operator can represent different things according to your definition, right? So this provides a lot of flexibility actually. So now what you can do is you return this this result. So here, if you have, let's see, run length. Let's say I just use temp, right? And then I print array to I and temp. I expect I get something like this, right? Non-temp, it does not, let's see. Non-temp is not iterable. Let me see here for array. So for character in array, so oh, here, yeah, it says print. So let's write like this. Yeah, so this is what you get, right? So this will be the next one, right? Next, what we want to do, let me also comment this out. So we are going to do a similar thing. So this is the base case, and then we iterate n-1 times. So n-1, right? So array will be I string to array. So this current, and then for the next round, so we array to I, right? Array. and then we're going to return the current status. So let me do a test. Yeah, it passes the two cases. So now let's submit that. Yeah, it passes all the cases. So actually, that's not good. Let me delete this one to make the code more organized. So yeah, this will be the full coding. So this coding actually is inconsistent with this hint, right? So I to array to I, and then you iterate. So let's submit again. Yeah. So I guess with that done, that's basically about it for the video here, or for the problem. So I would say that for this problem, if you want to write some compact code, you can do recursion. But if you want to practice coding and understand the details, you can do iterative format. But the best is to do both. With that said, I guess that's it for the current video. Thank you for watching.